Okay, so we're going to pick up where we left off from the last screencast. This time we're going to bring everything together. So we've already created the stimulus presentation, we've added the areas of interest, we've got our hardware set up. I'm just going to refresh what we've actually got set up here. So we've got ECG enabled. I turned that on. I've got a lead to recording coming across my chest, and on the calculations I'm going to show gaze X, gaze Y, dispersion, an AO, the area of interest calculator, heart rate, and ECG R2R interval. Close that out. The eye tracker is enabled. At this point, we're going to hit the record button. I'm not going to worry about saving what I've already got set up. All right, so normally you'd be running this with two distinct monitors. One monitor will show the data, show the display to the participant, and the other one is the technician's view. So what I'm showing you today is a little bit of a hybrid because I'm running everything from one monitor so that it's easier for me to record and capture everything. But we can control some of the settings for the eye tracker. The important ones are the configuration, the calibration. It defaults to a 5-point calibration, but you can do a 9 or a 16-point. The sample rate is fixed from the eye tracking bar. The one I've got is a 40 Hertz camera, but they come in different 40, 60, up to 200. And then you can determine which monitor you're going to use for the control and which one is going to be the participants, and you set that up here. But for me, I'm just using one monitor, which makes life a little bit easier. We've got the start here. In the background, the system has launched AcqKnowledge, so we've got a window ready. You can see the green start button for those of you that are familiar with AcqKnowledge. It's basically ready to start recording data. When I hit the green play button, you can see my eyes on the screen. So I've got the eye tracker set up. It's looking at me. It's a little bit of an angle. I could really do with raising up my monitor a little bit, but it's okay. We can see my eyes. This big cross is picking out the pupil. And then right beneath there are two smaller crosses. If I move, you can see the white dots on my eyes. That's the glint reflection. And there's a couple of crosses picking those out as well. On the front of the bar, something you can't see, there are two LEDs, and those give me an indication of my head box. So if I go too far in one direction, the camera will lose my eye and the LED will turn off, and too far in the other, I get the opposite LED turning off. So there is some visual feedback there for the participant. But at this point, we're ready to run the calibration. So I'm just going to hit ready. Green circle with a red cross is the target. Okay, now we can see you get the little hourglass crosses over my calibration points, and these are pretty good. So at this point, we can hit accept. And then the presentation will begin. Now, if you remember, if I dwelt over the target for the focus, the cross, it will advance on rather than waiting for the 3 seconds. And then the images are set for 7 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to conclude this screencast at this point. And then the next screencast will pick up from here and get more into the visualization capabilities and analyzing the data. So that concludes this particular screencast.